You're listening to the FATBOY Show on RX Radio. How are you doing today? I hope you're feeling fresh. And I don't know if you know this, but in order to feel fresh, the one thing you need to have is a good night's sleep. You need to go to sleep early so that you can wake up feeling fresh and well rested. No, don't confuse me with Dr. Kasenene, and I'm not going to bore you with endless rants about your wellness and your health. But all I'm trying to do is to just let you know that one of the ways of improving your life is to get more sleep. Now, of course, in order to get more sleep, there are a number of ingredients that are necessary. First and foremost, you need to have a comfortable bed.
That's true.
People don't pay attention to how comfortable their bed must be.
When you say bed, do you mean the bed, like the bedpost, or you mean the mattress?
Everything. The bedpost, the mattress, the sheets, the blankets, the pillow, everything about your sleeping experience should be as convenient and as comfortable as possible. That's the first thing. Also, you don't want to have a lot of distractions when you're trying to sleep.
That's right.
Which is why you're normally advised to stop fiddling with your phone by around 8 p.m. Because if you are fiddling with your phone, texting, TikTok, or WhatsApp, all this stuff into the night, your brain is going to have a hard time adjusting to the fact that it needs to prepare to sleep.
Yes, you are advised to be away from your phone at least an hour before bed.
At least an hour before bed. And the other famous distraction that especially parents of newborns experience is that the newborns and the young toddlers tend to want to sleep in the parents' beds.
Oh, goodness, those devils.
For various reasons. Either it could be, if it's a newborn, that the mother still feels quite attached to it and maybe wants to be close to it. And so she will bring the child to sleep in the bed, much to the chagrin of the husband, who might be hoping for other things to happen. But now there's an obstacle, a hindrance.
There is a hindrance.
Yes.
Now where he used to enjoy some 2 oranges, someone else is enjoying the oranges.
Exactly. So poor mommy now has to breastfeed 2 different people now. Life is hard. Okay, that just sounds wrong, but you get my point. What about when the child grows older? Even then, they'll have a difficult time adjusting to the fact that they kind of now have to be on their own, and in some way at least, and to not have to sleep in the parents' bed. Many parents keep allowing their children to sleep in their bed, way into the 4th, 5th year of life, some even 6.
Some even 10.
Some even 10.
Yes.
Well, at some point, there has to be a cutoff, no?
Yep.
If you don't want this child to grow up to be, I don't know, mentally
too attached,
to you,
clingy.
Yes. You want the child to be strong and independent.
That's right.
So if it were up to me, and I don't have a child, but if I did, I would kick the child out of the bed by age 6 months. Like, go sleep in your room.
No, I agree with you because
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. I agree with you. Actually,
Really?
that is even a little late.
What?
Because this is where I'm coming from. I have co-slept with all 3 of my kids, and I have paid for that dearly because my last one is now 5. And I still can't get her out of my bed. She will start the night by going to her bed, and then at around 3, she'll come. Either she has had a bad dream, either her leg is broken, either her head hurts. There is always an excuse for her
those
to
sound
come
like
back.
excuse me. Those sound like serious issues. Should you not be attending to them?
They're not serious issues. I mean, how can you say my
Wait, Mom, my
leg is
leg-
broken? Do you know what it means for your leg to be broken?
Okay, so it's not literally broken.
It's not literally broken, but
well,
of course,
that's what they say.
At her level,
Being kids.
Exactly. And sometimes I'm like back and forth, taking her back to her bed, coming back to mine. Before you know it, it is daybreak. So
And you have barely slept.
And you have barely slept. You have to go to work. So normally we are advised as parents to avoid co-sleeping with our children, to avoid co-sleeping with our children, and to limit the time we sleep with them. Like if they're newborns, some people don't even co-sleep with newborns.
Are you serious?
Like the baby has a cot, you bring it out, you breastfeed it, you put it back into its cot. Now that's hard for most moms.
But that's in the same room.
In the same room, yes.
Okay. All right, but not the same bed.
Not the same bed.
Isn't it even dangerous? Couldn't you smother your newborn?
Yes, it's yeah.
If it's like too young, can't you just roll over it? I think I've heard of a story of a mother who smothered her child accidentally.
Mothers do that all the time. It is actually one of the SIDs, sudden infant death syndrome, where a mother can, roll over and smother the baby because some people oversleep, like they're deep sleepers.
Yeah.
And if you are that kind of person, then you should not have your baby in the same bed as you.
Yeah. So by, I don't know. I would think if it's a newborn, first of all, it's probably too risky to place it in your own bed for that same reason. So you're probably going to have it in a cot nearby.
Yes.
But when the child starts making, demanding, and that's really what I'm referring to, when it is the child that says, Mommy, I'm sleeping. Yeah. So that's usually from ages of 1 or 2 and upwards, right?
Exactly.
And at this point, the kid already has the capacity to reason, to think, to some level.
To a degree,
Is
yes.
it easy to explain to them why they just not need to sleep in your bed?
It's not easy. Of course, you will find child-friendly ways to explain why mommy and daddy, if there is a daddy in that room, need to have their own space. But it's not going to sink into their little brains immediately. So you have to be consistent. The challenge is that as moms, we are more emotional than consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So when this baby insists on sleeping in your bed, you're like, let me let her come in. After all, I want to sleep. She won't sleep until I let her in. So you keep bringing her in, and without consistency, you can't teach children anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
But I'll tell you, as a man who's dated single moms, that's also another point of contention, especially when you're the one visiting.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And all of a sudden, there you are with the major plans for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Major plans.
Major, yes.
And the kid can't sleep. Mommy.
You're about to reach the promised land.
Mommy.
And that point.
And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, but I have to go and attend to my child. And you're like, God damn it. And then they have to now bring the child sleep in the
Oh
bed.
dear. Sorry, fat boy.
You would have rather just stayed at home and watched TV. Now what are you even doing here? These are the thoughts that go through our heads when we go to visit single moms and they have young little toddlers who want to join us in bed. It's crazy.
So it's better if you're going to visit a single mom, if she's hosting you at her home, to maybe organize for childcare outside her home. Maybe her sisters or her friends, so that she can have a good time. Because those little devils,
they'll disrupt everything. And by the way, sometimes they do it consciously. They know mommy has a friend, and they feel protective.
They're trying to mark their
territory. So they sabotage everything.
They say children understand much more than the credit we give them, actually. They have more intelligence than we credit them for.
Yeah. They're much, much smarter than we were willing to accept.
As in, you can have this guy you like so much, introduce him to your children, and they just don't like him. From the get-go.
That's right. And from then on, you have a new worst enemy. It's crazy out there. But anyway, if you're a parent, we know it must be challenging for you. And only you know what works best for you and your kid and your living situation. So we'll let you figure it out for yourself. But let us know what you think. You can go to our Twitter or our Facebook and share your thoughts with us. You're listening to The Fatboy Show on RX Radio.